Good morning out there in Piptown. How is everybody doing today? I am sorry I am a few minutes late. We just got a little bit of a late start here in my house, and I had to finish eating breakfast and grabbing my mug. What's on the docket today? What is happening? Very little news in the world of LEGO Legacy today. After yesterday, there were a couple of things that were discussed in the Discord channel. Not anything super exciting by my personal estimation, but we will go over it very quickly in case it is of interest to some of you out there. There have been a lot of questions about raids and the space update. We have received a rough confirmation that the space update will come first and that raids will come after that. So, some people have been asking, are they going to have raids and space update at the same time? And the answer seems to be no. So look forward to that space update followed by the raid update. I don't know that there has been any more of an update on the way that they are planning to fix the daily events. The issue being that people in the US and Europe actually get an extra go at the daily events compared to people in the Asian Pacific theater. So, what are we doing about that? Not sure yet. Sicko says, let's double the rewards and just have everybody do it once. That way, we don't lose anything in the US European sector of the world, but we just double the rewards for our Asian friends. I think it's a perfectly fine answer. I think the other answer is they could just make the Asia and Australia area also get the 2 times opportunity to do the event. I think the only wrong move for them to make here is to take stuff away, especially since it's not the player base's fault that it was there in the first place, and we've gotten used to the game being this way. We've come to account for it. So if there is ever a crunch, taking things away just makes more of a crunch. If that is something that Gameloft wants to do, well, then that's what they'll do. But in the meantime, I think making the rewards equal is great. Axel, hello buddy. How are we doing today? Let's go ahead and get started, right? Let's do our daily LEGO routine. So, given that I wake up about 3 hours before the first free energy of the day, I have already finished several of the daily quests, but I'm going to go ahead and log in here and grab 5,000 coins, which is a strange daily login reward because it's so much weaker than all of the other awards that they give out. What can you do? EMZ, howdy my man. Redbeard, what's going on, bros? So you will notice from yesterday some significant changes to the lineup. I had 2.5 million coins and many people waiting for an upgrade. So I went ahead and upgraded several of my castle characters that were waiting for their upgrade. I still have Street Sweeper Sal at exactly 150 out of 150. I'll be upgrading him once I get to 1.5 million coins yet again. I have finished upgrading Firefighter Ash. Here it was. She was waiting at 153 out of 100 tiles for an upgrade. I decided to give her the upgrade to give her that damage boost. Other than that, we're still coming down. We're going to start farming Explorer Aurora a little bit more than we have been, especially in the wake of me getting ready to upgrade my Firestation to 4 stars. I want to have more city characters at my disposal to switch in and out and see if we can find a team that makes this set useful at all. Because right now it's been rough, guys. Y'all have been there while I do the testing at 3 stars, and at 3 stars I can tell you the Firestation is garbage. Hopefully at 4 stars, with the unlocking of that final ability, we'll get a bit of a boost there, see if it's really useful after that point. But that will be a question for at the very least tomorrow. Today we should be able to get to 49 out of 50 tiles. We'll be so close. But in the words of the Jersey Boys, and yet, so far. Redbeard. What is this? KWBNG blah, 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 so I believe. What? What is that, man? Hangman in the dev tracker is still a thing. Oh. Okay, gotcha. I didn't know what reference you were making there for a second. Got very confused. I'm a simple man. I get confused very easily. It's a problem that I have, I suppose. Alright. So, let us grab our peg legs treasure. We're gonna spend some extra time here because I have managed to finish out tier 6, but I haven't managed to gold star it. So, today, you're going to see several attempts at this because I do want to do this before 11, and I can finish it at this point with this team. I do not have a 6-star pirate tank. That is a big problem here, but I have been doing this a lot now, and I have learned a few things. Number 1, you need to get Naya out of this first group. However, Kai can make that rather difficult because he counterattacks when people attack Naya, just like that. However, Naya also has this issue where she can go stealthy stealth. In addition to that, you've got to keep everybody topped up. So here, we get a bit lucky. Now, everybody is down. Everybody's looking okay. We need to save Argenta's cannon because we need to actually get as many characters down at the same time as we can. I'm gonna need to have more debuffs on the enemy team because I am going to use Redbeard's special Salty Seas. I've got to get that heal because I need to get Kai out of stealth so that I can thwack him. After I get Kai out, then we have to do our best, here we go, to keep everyone alive while at the same time getting Zane and the skeleton healer down at the same time. I see privately terrible and privately earthquakes. Ah, boo. Okay, well, it looks like we've lost LeQuay already. That is a bummer. We still might be able to finish out without LeQuay. We will have to get a bit lucky here. But here's what we want to do. We want the skeleton to be low. Ooh. This is going to be a rough one. Because here's the thing. The next time bomb that goes off for Zane, he'll die. We just have to hope that one of these time bombs is going to go off now. He's got 3 time bombs, but I don't know if one of them is about to go off. So, normally what we would do is we would try to have both of them low enough that Argenta's cannon will kill both of them at the same time. Our hope, however, is that Zane is going to go next, and if at least one of those time bombs goes off, it'll kill him, so we can actually do one of Argenta's bigger attacks. Although, this will do more damage than her basic, so let's try it and see what happens. Yes, brilliant. Okay. Now, the biggest problem on this team is going to be the Highwayman when they come back because of the amount of damage he does. So, what you want to get here, you actually don't want to kill Lloyd yet. Because as soon as you do, then Wu and Garmadon are going to come on the scene and ruin your life. What you want to try and do, to the best of your ability, is get the Highwayman down first. A very hard thing to do, considering that he is Stealthy McStealtherson. But, if you get lucky, you can do it. Can we do it? Brilliant. Got it. Now, Lloyd's got a series of debuffs on him. Oh, but he grabs stealth, which is unfortunate because attacking Garmadon first is bad. Because Garmadon will do his AoE to heal himself, and it's just going to hurt everything everywhere. Let's see if we can clear him out with Redbeard's special. Cross your fingers. Ooh, it's close. It's very close. Oh, but so far. And now we're going to get hammered by Garmadon on his next turn. He does have Clumsy, so he won't hit everyone, except that he just wasted the Clumsy on an assist, which is a bummer. Now it's going to come around and wipe us all out. All right, we will not be able to finish with this team. Oh, wait a minute. Except check this out. The damage on their team is very relatively low now. Can we get Naya out of the picture at this point? Probably, maybe. Because her heal is actually going to be the biggest pain in the butt of the people that we have left. Okay. Lloyd is out. Now, we have everybody in stealth. What is everybody saying? The 3 on the bottom indicates it's going off. I think it depends. I think that actually, EMZ, I think it says something about the number of turns to know whether or not it's going off. All right, now look. Naya has stealth for 2 turns. Wu only has stealth for 1. So we have to focus on Wu because he is going to be in stealth less. I chose to heal Cook Bart because if he dies, then we don't have any heals left. Oh, it's gonna be so close. Just get him down. Brilliant. Now it's healer v healer. Can we get rid of Naya before she gets rid of us is the question. We're going to need to keep healed. Our heal comes faster than hers does. So I think we might be all right here, right? Yeah. Get it, Naya. Oh, yes. It is not a gold star, but it is a win. So we'll give it another shot. The double dodge. Redbeard, man, you know how I feel about the dodge. I'm not even going to start yet. All right, let's go back into this. So the funny thing about this battle is if you can beat it, you can beat it. But it's either, I don't actually, getting silver is very, very strange. Because with most of these, you either get bronze or you get gold. The team that you're fighting against here is so strong that you either kill all of them or they just demolish you. It's very weird that you can kill them but only have like 1 character left like I just did. That's actually the oddest circumstance I've come across so far. Okay, we are in an excellent spot right now. Let's see if we get lucky enough for it to continue. Naya not hopping into stealth. That is brilliant. If we can get her down, which we can, we need to focus now on the skeleton castle healer. There is going, ooh, this is going to be close because that was probably a waste of that Salty Seas ability. Great. We're actually thankful in this case that the skeleton healer did his heal because Zane was too low by comparison. And we need Zane to be low, but not that low because, again, we want them to the best of our ability to die at the same time. Can we get it again? Oh, Zane with the horrible, terrible, no good, very bad dodge. Luckily, he still died because of the time bombs. I'll take it. So again, slow damage on Lloyd. Oh no. Okay, come on, Cook Bart. Let's get lucky here. Let's get lucky. Just don't target Cook Bart. I'm doing all these basic attacks, slowing down the damage against Lloyd because... No! Cook Bart is gone because the computer is mean. Mean! Alright, well, we get the Highwayman out anyway. We basically have... Oh, okay, so Lloyd is going to have his stealth coming back up. Alright. I know that Lloyd is going to have his stealth coming back up again, so I kind of need to focus on him anyway. I have the accuracy down on my Redbeard, but basically all I have left is just a ton of damage. Just as much as I can get. And Naya is going to get her turn next. And she's brand new, which means she's got her heal ready. So I'm going to do a basic attack because I have a feeling... Oh, Naya didn't heal. Interesting. Very interesting. And we have Garmadon, who is locked out of his AoE for a second. Can we get him down while he is weak? Come on, my man. Okay, he gets that heal off, but can I take him down with the Redbeard special? Come on, baby. Walk that plank. No! Garmadon dodges the ultimate, and Gameloft just spanks us into oblivion. Thank you, Gameloft. I always appreciate the dodge. Redbeard, man. I was there with you. The basic on Lloyd. We were in perfect primed position to finish out Garmadon, but unfortunately, Redbeard's ultimate Walk the Plank has about a 10% chance to hit. That, of course, is just a made-up statistic, but that's how it feels because it misses so much. It's just terrible. It's just absolutely abysmal how much it misses. I'm going to use Laquay's basic here. I haven't done it. Well, I missed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I was going to say I was going to use his basic because I want to see if it's necessary to do the extra damage from his ultimate or from his special ability there when I know that I have that followed up by Darwin's guaranteed crit, but what can you do? Okay. We're going to, I think, use his basic. I want to try to lock Naya out of her stealthy stealth. That's kind of the most important right now. Great, she stays up. Now we are into Laquay. So here's the thing. When we get back around, we're actually going to heal Laquay because Laquay will not benefit from Salty Seas like Argenta will. So while Argenta is definitely a more important character on my team at the moment. Ooh, look at how low. Okay, let's hammer on this skeleton healer. Get him down. I do want to save all of my specials if I can. Great. Ah, so here's an interesting one. Let's see. Time Bomb. There you go. So Time Bomb's going off in 2 turns. So I think there's the answer, EMZ. We still have 2 turns left before his Time Bomb goes off. We have, 2 Time Bombs that are about to go off on the Skeleton Castle Healer, though. So I think what we're going to do here is actually... Let's save the cannon and see what happens. We'll take him out, and then... I think Naya is going to heal. Yeah, so now we've got 2 healers active on their team. That's bad news. Okay. Ugh. And they take out our Argenta right at the beginning. Man. I'll be very interested, since I see you guys talking about the space rework, to see what it is that they actually do for that. I think that there is a lot of potential there for space to become more metafied, if you will. They have a lot of really, really great mechanics. I'll be especially interested to see what happens once they fix, what's her name? Kelvin. Because depending on how they change her, that could change a lot of stuff. Gosh, Highwayman dodges twice in the same round. Come on, guys. Do you even want me to play the game? It would be nice if I could click on a button that says it's going to do something and have that thing actually happen. I would appreciate it. Alright. So, Lloyd. Ugh. Okay, finally. Lloyd, gone. Highwayman, still alive. Now we are in a very troubling spot. Why? We have no AoE damage at our disposal. Argenta is gone. Even if we take out the Highwayman, we now have basically 3 healers up on their team. Which one to take out? I mean, to the best of our ability, we kind of have to ignore Garmadon. Otherwise, he's going to do the AoE of Doom. I'm going to keep my team healed as best I can in the meantime. Ugh. That just... everything just spells defeat for us now. Darwin, can you even do enough damage? I mean, you're basically by yourself here. Because Cook Bart's going to have to keep healing if he even can survive. Which he won't. Alright, there's no way this is happening. Yes, Axel, I think the issue with that removing Pep is that it's all it does. We've got several other characters in this game that remove Pep and, right? All right. Let's see if we can do it again. Woof. Now this time Kai goes into stealth. And so does Naya. This has loss written all over it right from the beginning. How sweet. Thank you for all of your mechanics that make you untargetable. I really appreciate you. You're all so nice. Man, they're just going to take out LeQuay right from the beginning. Oh, goodness. Okay, Kai is about to come out of stealth, but now we're going to be running into another problem, which is that we have entirely the wrong team still up and running at this juncture. All right, well, this already has loss written all over it, so let's see what we can do about this. We're going to have 2 Nayas on the board in a second, which is absolutely terrible news. And then what? Ugh. I think I need to do a waiting move here, but my Salty Seas is going to get a really terrible heal off. But if there's 2 Nayas up on the next board, then we're just sunk, man. Ah, goodness. Bad news bears, guys. Terrible, terrible bad news bears. So, if we take out Lloyd, basically, they're going to get another character on, but there's not really anything else we can do right now, so too bad. We have to target him anyway. We'll spread some accuracy down, because I guess. I'm going to save Redbeard's ultimate until somebody comes out of stealth. Let's spread some damage around. Okay, Naya's out of stealth, Highwayman's out of stealth, but Argenta is dead, so everything is terrible. Everything is terrible when you're playing with your teams. Everything is terrible. I know the Highwayman has dodge up. I gotta try anyway. And Highwayman dodges. Sweet. Sweet, sweet. Okay. Whew. Well, I guess we'll try and take out another Naya while we're sitting here just waiting for the inevitable to happen. Redbeard is about to die anyway. Great, he's gone. Great, he's gone. And that's it. Alright. I'm going to have to continue to battle this one off stream because it's testing my patience to the ends of the earth right now. The problem with Valiant, I know I need Valiant on the team. I would have to farm him for an entire month in order to get him right now because he's just not really farmable except in the arena, and that takes forever. So, unfortunately, I didn't start with farming Valiant, which is probably what I should have done, but I was new. I didn't know. So we're gonna have to keep on hammering away at that node the old-fashioned way. We will eventually get it. We will eventually get it. I am glad that it happened on the very first attempt today, so that's something. And getting that silver, man, I wish you guys could have seen when I actually finished that node on silver. I was literally one hit away from getting it on gold. And when I got just one hit away, if they had just targeted any other character on my squad, I would have had gold. It was frustrating to say the least. Whew! All right. So let's come in here to challenges. Clear these out for the morning. And then go into our next challenge over. And then, let's see, tank and healer. That hasn't changed much yet. My tank and healing team still just does too little damage to actually get through that next level, even though that level's not particularly hard, which is frustrating. All right, sets. We'll go ahead and hopefully grab a... That's all right. I'll take the tier 2 ability mat. Gold is always one dodgy away. It's true, dude. It's so true. I feel it every moment of every day that I'm playing this game. Let's do our first arena battle of the day. Look at this tanky team. Unusual canoe monster. Let's go ahead and get past that. I just don't want to deal with the rezzing. Oh, look at this. This person has basically the same team that I'm playing with. That's not true. They are playing with an extra healer. Interesting choice. So they only have 2 players that do any damage. And they only have 1 tank, and the tank is a late taunter. So this is going to be a problem. The RNG here should work in our favor, hopefully. The only way that we lose is if they dodge at the beginning. As long as they don't, and now we win, is basically what happens. I can stun Valiant, target Princess Argenta, and just put it into battle mode, put it into auto mode, I mean, and just let it go. I mean, eventually their hiker is going to heal, I would imagine. We're gonna get a heal from our Cook Bart, a nice cleanse. Their Valiant is, ooh, he's not taunting. Well, if he's not taunting, then I will go ahead and target the hiker for this round. Brilliant. Valiant taking peg legs walk the plank. And we get out of here. One of the most interesting things to think about is how to create an arena team with a slow tank and no Scarlet. That's what everybody really needs to figure out. That is the meta that needs to be broken. Is there a team that just does so much damage that it just doesn't matter who you have as a tank? They'll just floor your team right out. Is it in the game? What do you think? Who would it be? That'd be an interesting one to put together. Redbeard, I completely agree. That Aurora combination, I don't have a particularly hard time beating it. It just takes a long time. So I'm like, ugh, what's the point? Lucky for that person, that's probably why they have their team built that way, so that people just ignore them. All right, starting off board 6, our first set of opponents, not terrible, followed by a Poppy node, level 39 gear, level 5. We'll come up here for these opponents. This is a team that actually does a significant amount of damage right at the beginning. That's actually pretty nice to see in Brix. We'll come up and grab our first Firestation tile with our Explorers, which you know I got, followed by this node in the middle, shouldn't be a problem. Then we want to go whichever route is going to lead us off the easiest way. Let's go backwards from Firefighter Ash, because this is the tile I would like to get. Nope. Unfortunately, Firefighter Ash, I am going to skip you because that team is rough. So we're going to come down to Businessman Trent, I think, and then come up this way. Ooh. Yeah, both of these teams are going to be tough, so we'll come up through the bottom one anyway. So going backwards, Pirate Castle, cool, got it. So we'll come up through this bottom team, which means we'll be coming through this node here, and this Magisto tile node here, which we've got everything for, up to level 60, gear level 6 collectibles at the end of the day. Let's get it started. All right, starting off with our normal team. We are not going to use any of our guild allies until the second half of this board because it looks like we might actually need them. We will surprisingly not need one for the final node, so if we've used them all by then, it's okay. But for some of those nodes that have the Scarlet and Redbeard combos, that's what we're going to be saving our guild allies for. Let's go ahead and, ooh, a nice big smack on Lloyd. That's what we like to see. Take them all down. Oh, come on. Look at how much was left. And a dodge, adding insult to injury there. And Lloyd just has to die on his own. We'll spread some damage around with our nice Argenta. We're going to save the Hiker's heal, even though this could be a decent time to use it, because the damage on their team is not particularly high, but we're going to save till the end to use the Hiker's heal. Oof, as long as we don't lose Redbeard before that. Jeez. Let's get Zane out of the picture here. Throw our heal on our RB. Great, he's down. I think now would be a decent time to throw out the Hiker heal. Darwin, can you crit for enough to get the Cactus Girl out? Oh, not quite, but close. And then we will try to get the Hiker out as fast as we possibly can. All right. His team sub Darwin for Burnibus is actually a top 10 team. You talking about me? If I put Burnibus in instead of Darwin? Interesting. Well, I think the idea there, if that's what you're referring to, I think the idea there is that Burnibus is a fast enough tank to just get a taunt off right at the beginning so that the opposing team can't just target my Redbeard right from the beginning. I'll have to give that a shot, actually, see if it works. Toons dying from dots or bombs is my favorite thing. Redbeard, I think it's a neat mechanic, actually. And I think that it's interesting that they have, what is it? It's interesting that they have the time bomb mechanic into the game, but they don't have a healing alternative, right? Because we all know that the dots and the hots are quite weak. It's actually one of the biggest problems with Poppy, right? She puts heals over time on everybody, but that doesn't heal for enough. If they healed for more, or she put more of them on, she might actually be all right. I'm removing the auto for a second here, just because I want to make sure that the Hiker does his heal before we end this battle. But it might be interesting if there was like some sort of, you know, like injection or first aid or something like that that took 3 turns to go off, just like the time bomb does. But if it does go off, it heals for an extreme amount. I think that might be interesting to throw in. Darwin works, but Burnibus is for getting rid of Scarlet. Gotcha. Okay, so on this team, Vankman is actually going to be doing the most damage. We are going to be trying to get him out of the picture first. I fought this team not too long ago and accidentally got Ray out first and ended up just having to redo the whole thing because Vankman was still around to deal a bunch of damage. In this case, we get him out because despite the fact that he does so much damage, he can't handle a lot of damage. So now we're gonna come in and try and target Redbeard. I'm gonna save the Hiker heal for one more turn. Just, there we go. Because I just want to make sure that I get the characters out of the way. Wow, look at that. That Cook Bart had a very weak heal. All right, now we're going to use the Hiker's heal and auto battle the rest of this one. My Burnibus is actually coming along, EMZ. I'll have to try switching him out. Probably when he gets to 5 stars. Maybe I'll switch him out for Darwin, see how it works. I actually also might switch him out for Valiant, to be completely honest with you. My Darwin is at 7 stars, does a lot of damage, especially with the guaranteed crits coming from all of the debuffs. So I'll have to play around with it and see if one way actually makes it easier for me to stay higher in the arena than another one. I know that half the battle is, I think like 20% of the battle is putting together a team that can win. Because we're obviously a lot smarter than the AI. So winning, I think putting together a team that can win is actually easier than putting together a team that can't be beaten, if that makes sense. Okay, we're trying to take out Scarlet right at the beginning so that we can get around her annoying taunt. Great. Now, if I can lock Headley out of his taunt, I cannot. His team is actually pretty easy to beat. I could probably auto-battle this, but it's just dangerous enough that I want to make sure to use my abilities correctly. Now... Okay, let's get the Redbeard out. There it was. We knew that the AoE was coming from Garmadon. There were some decisions to make, but now we'll use the AoE and get everybody down. The double tank with your shard lacking woo is super efficient, as people can't just work around them mindlessly. That's a good point, EMZ. Very good point. Okay, 46 out of 50 Firestation tiles. Axel, I was thinking the same thing. Tio, congrats on being top 268. But yes, that is very specific. I assume that by top 268, what you're saying is you are 268th in the arena? That would be my guess. Okay. This team, with all of the taunting and all of the never dying. Do they have this upgraded so that they just never die? Yeah, they do. Lord, this team takes forever to demolish. So let's come in here and get the process started. Now there's no enchantment on Jester Go-Go. That's nice. Let's see. We're going to get the guaranteed miss. Okay. Now, Argenta's up. I'm going to use the Hiker's Heal. Argenta should be able to dizzy Burnibus. So at least we won't have to deal with his countering. And then... damage everywhere. Alrighty. So here's where we start to get into all of the enchantments not allowing anyone to die. Starting with Burnibus. We'll get him nice and low, but it doesn't really matter. Come on, Burnibus. Okay, throwing out the taunt on himself, as we could have bet that he would have, considering that he's the only person with any health left on the team. Can we just knock him out in one shot? That's what the public wants to know. The answer is essentially yes, but technically no. All right, let's get Burnibus out of here while he's low. He had Hardy for like 900 turns. Now, Willa is going to go down the next time her time bombs go off. And so technically is Magisto. When are your time bombs going off? Great. Time bomb's going off on her next turn. And still got some 2 turns left for Magisto's time bombs. So we're actually going to use this to try and get some waiting in the happening. Because I really would like for the Hiker to get his heal, but it doesn't look like he's going to. So we'll take out Magisto, and then we'll take out Willa. They have to work through Valiant and Bernie. Bernie counters if you attack him. If you attack Valiant, Redbeard counters him. It's a lose-lose without a buff clear. That's true. That's true. And Bernie also reduces the damage done to the entire team with his attack down. That's a really good point, man. Very well said for all of that. All right. We're coming in here along the bottom. It is still not time for us to use our guild allies. So, we're going to try and fight this team as we normally would, but after this, it looks like we're going to have to start. This team, obviously, Arctic Ice Glider, Arctic Glider, Arctic Explorer, Aurora. I mean, she's got to go first. There is no other choice. I'm using the Hiker's heal right at the beginning, just to get everybody nice and topped up. We should have his heal at least one more time throughout the course of this fight. Now, come on, Explorer Aurora. Great. I was about to say, as long as she didn't dodge, she's going down. Cactus Girl locked out of her abilities. Businessman Trent, pretty fast, actually hits pretty hard. I think I'm going to focus on him next, especially with his speed up buff. It's going to put him ahead in the order, give him more turns. If we can take him out, twould be nice. Got enough debuffs on him for the auto crit. Excellent. Ooh, Zane has enough buffs on him for the stun. So we're going to go ahead and throw that out while we work down Businessman Trent here. Brilliant. Zane going down now. Cactus. Cactus. Let's take out the Cactus with the ultimate. I'm hoping that the Hiker has his heal ready to go. I can't remember if it's been enough turns. It has. Brilliant. This is what we were waiting for. Cactus Girl, still 2 turns before the time bomb, so we gotta take her out the old-fashioned way. Oh yeah, we also have the heal ready for Cook Bart. And now we finish out the fitness instructor and we're moving right on to our next node. He must space out a lot. EMZ. With the puns. Sir, you're very punny. Alright, this level 51 battle. There's a lot of damage on this team coming out, but I think I'm still going to hold on to all of my guild allies because... Ooh, no. Alright, I've got 7 guild allies at my disposal, and I really will only need one for this battle next because I'm skipping this battle because it just has death and destruction written all over it. So, we're going to come in and do this one instead. And we're going to add... Who should we add? Let's add... Locust. Locust is a good character. I like having him on the team. Especially when you get to play offensively with Locust. Much better. Defensively, he is technically the space tank, but only actually tanks if you deal damage to him, which makes him, in my opinion, a pretty weak tank. But pretty solid character otherwise, because he has so much AoE. His ultimate happens relatively fast. It's hard to go wrong with that. Let's get Scarlet out of the picture and then take down Hank as best we can. We could stun Commander Cold, but I'm not actually super concerned about standard Commander Cold right now. Hank is going to be dealing the majority of the damage. I'm going to now grab that taunt because I want to save Argenta from taking a whole bunch of extra damage. I'll throw out the heal from the Hiker. I'm gonna then clobber. Brilliant. Get the clobber off on Verda. Now we'll come in and see if we can take down Willa. We probably can. With our ultimate, Commander Cold is the only one left. Easy peasy. I think we'll be completely topped up for our next battle too, which is always exciting. Alright, who was our next battle against? I think we're going down for a Businessman Trent tile, which I believe, if we haven't already, that'll put us at 6-starring businessman Trent, right? Yeah, this team has very low damage, but very high survivability. So our pirate team, without any guild allies, should be able to take it down lickety-split. Let's see what happens here. Now, we need to get Explorer Aurora out first, but the Yuppie is going to bring her back to life. So, the problem here is with the Arctic Ice Glider, anytime we take down anybody else, Explorer Aurora is going to res. So this whole thing is just a battle of attrition, really. You just keep going and going and going until you've got everybody down that you want to have down. Oh! What just happened? Did you see that? We spread the disarm around. That's incredible. Wait, am I actually going to use Valiant to kill something? No, of course not. Because despite the fact that the Yeti had so little life left, it was still too much for Valiant to take care of. Valiant, you're weak, bruh. Oh no. And Argenta got cleansed? Is that what happened? I'm a little confused as actually to what happened. In order to get her ability to res back up. Is that something that the Arctic Ice Glider can do? Gains a buff, they heal, buff immunity. A chance to clear all debuffs on her. Great. A 25% chance to clear all debuffs on her, and we were lucky enough that that's exactly what happened. EMZ, I hope Space gets a decent gimmick. Ninjago with dodge, castle sustain, pirates, disarms, and bombs. I think that Space is probably going to end up being very, if I recall correctly, I think Space is going to be pretty dizzying. I think they might end up getting a bunch of speed buffs, actually. Okay. So, we've gone through 2 full rounds of combat, and we haven't managed to kill anyone. Oy, so much is the problem with the res mechanic team. I know we could kill Jester here, and we probably should, but Argenta's very close to death, and we know that she's going to use her res. Huh. Yeah, I think I'm actually going to use the cleanse here then. For precisely that reason. So now, if everybody is busy taunting for a hot second, if you would give me a minute, please, I would like to get rid of one of your rezzers. Great. The Yuppie is currently locked out of his abilities. Come on. Thank you. He's down. Jester is down. Now we need to focus down the Yeti. And we will be good to go. That is always the way that these teams go. The cannon getting all of the extra damage from all of those extra fancy debuffs. We're going to pass a heal onto Argenta because we like it when Argenta survives. So, one of the interesting things about these res mechanic teams, right? Any team that has Explorer, Aurora, and the Yuppie on the team, is you basically go around and around and around and around until everything just dies at the exact same time. At least that's what happens with a pirate team. It takes a while, but it's not particularly hard. The only reason why it might work in the arena is because of how long it actually takes to get rid of a team like that. Now, on this next team, this is going to be difficult. The damage of this team is actually very low, but the survivability of this team is actually pretty high. So, I am actually going to use my guild ally Scarlet here instead of on the final node. because I just want to make sure that... Wait, is this? Is my hiker only 19,000? Interesting. Anyway, I'm using my Scarlet here because this node will actually be harder for me than the collectible node will. So, we're doing it this way. Okay. Now, the only person who's actually going to taunt is Scarlet. They do have 2 healers on their team, however, which means that I'm going to have to focus down Scarlet, because if I don't, then we'll never ever kill her. Okay. We get that heal off on Argenta. That was admittedly very close. Now we want to try and lock Redbeard out of using his cleanse. We do. Scarlet gets her little heal. The hiker is going to come around and heal for us. Okay. Now that the hiker has used his heal, I'm actually going to switch and target Redbeard. Yeah. A Redbeard, where am I going to be dealing the most damage? Darwin gets the auto crit. He'll get it against Scarlet as well. Everybody's pretty full, so we're going to go back to attacking Scarlet here for a second. Now, I am actually going to now try and hit Redbeard. Ah, the heal was ready to go. Ooh, did we get him down below 50% again, though? Yes, I think maybe we did. So if Redbeard is already below 50%, we should be able to take him out now. Oh, he wasn't. He was just above 50%. Boo. Well, that means that he will have his ultimate coming around this time. If he's still alive to do it, however. Come on. Oh, no, but he's locked out of it anyway. Let's heal everyone, because there's a lot of debuffs on the opposing team. Their team gets taken down. We will take down Locust. Oh, yes. Hiker's going to get another heal off before the end of this battle. That's excellent news for us. Their hiker is down. I'm going to go ahead and heal up my characters. They're relatively good to go. So now if we can just smash Cookbart with as much damage as we have at our disposal, we will be in an excellent place here. Because I think, yeah, the hiker's going to get his heal. We'll auto-battle the rest of this one. Should be able to get him down without fear. Brilliant. Okay. I think we're at the final node of the day, collectibles, and you know what that means? It means it's time to try our city team yet again. So, we have been doing this at the end of every node, at the end of every brixpedition. Instead of using our explorers, we're trying out this city team conglomeration for the Firestation to try and figure out how we can actually get stacks of courage to grow on the team to make it more useful. I'm going to try switching out Poppy for Winston this time. He is still a role model, so this gives me about a 50% chance of, whenever I resist effects, gaining a stack of courage. The only problem here is that the collectibles actually don't provide a lot of debuffs. So, we're going to rely on Winston to generate his own courage. We're going to grab Theo's Iggy for the additional grit up, our Minor Clay for the additional grit up that he grants to the whole team, and try it out. Oh, Tio, the yuppie. Huh. Well, I will throw your yuppie in when we have to battle the team with the pirates after this. I need to throw in Iggy for this particular team setup because of the grit that he generates for everybody else, and because and because he's a city character, which the Firestation relies on. So, we're going to start by hammering away at the crash test dummy. I am going to be saving my my fire hydrant. That's what it is. Wow. I'm going to be saving my fire hydrant ability on Firefighter Ash because I just want to make sure that she has as many stacks of courage as she possibly can. Oh yes, we get the assist from Firefighter Ash. This is good news. Ooh, look at that. Sal generating a stack of courage. Okay, this is working out a little bit. Now, Winston doesn't need to clear debuffs or heal, so we'll do his basic attack. He gains an additional stack of courage. His defense right now should be through the proverbial roof. Iggy, second round, coming in with his ultimate. I do not believe I need to put grit up on anybody else except possibly Iggy. So I will just do Minor Clay's attack instead. Sal looking good on health. So we'll keep him nice and up to speed. Time for Ash to come in and clear out with a 7,000 point normal attack. I'm a fan of Firefighter Ash. Okay, now, let's see how many people resist this. Oh, look at this! Grit all around the team. This is excellent news. Okay, but we do not have a res on our team. And, come on. Ah, but yes, we do have our Sal getting ready to go. That is good stuff, because Sal can buff himself back up. Excellent news. Look at that. We had just used Firefighter Ash's main damage dealing ability, the Fire Hydrant, and already Firefighter Ash is back to 5 stacks of courage. That's huge. I am going to put a little bit of Dizzy and remove some pep over here. We do have a nice big Hardy on Sal, which is excellent. Let's give everybody that grit up buff again. Grab. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Oh well. We'll put the grit where the grit can be used. I am not going to taunt with Sal, because Sal is now a bit too low. Ah, Sal is going down. Downtown. We do, however, have a couple of extra stacks of courage on pretty much everybody else, minus Winston. Boo. Winston did not get the stacks back. We get a nice assist from Firefighter Ash in here. Good. Well, I can't clear any stacks of courage if I don't have any stacks of courage. So we're going to go with the fitness instructor next. Give everybody a nice heal, a good speed up buff. Let's clobber the fitness instructor. 7,000 damage through the defense up. That's nice. And now, just the super low damage all day long on everyone else. Gonna go ahead and slow you down, fitness instructor, and take you down as best we can. Keep that grit up on everyone, Iggy, please. It is one of the main mechanics I am looking for out of this team. Come on, buddy. I need you to have stacks of courage in order to do anything useful with your second ability. Okay. Take out fitness instructor. Brilliant. We're going to follow this up with, actually, I'm going to focus on the zombie now. This should give us some extra opportunities to heal up from the chef's heal. One of my favorite heals in the game. We do, however, need to be doing just as much damage as we possibly can still, because the damage on this team is so low. So I'm still going to have to use Firefighter Ash's Fire Hydrant building ability. How do I feel about replacing Clay with Primo? I am excited to try replacing just about everybody with Primo one at a time to see how it works. Actually getting Primo into the game is something that obviously I thought was going to happen a lot sooner. But due to the political situation of the world, they decided to hold off on that. I'm sure you already know that. But yes, EMZ, I'm looking at switching out lots of different people for Officer Primo. The thing about Minor Clay is that grit he gives to everybody on the team. And I know that everybody has pretty negative thoughts about the usefulness of grit. And admittedly, I share most of those thoughts and feels. The difficult part is it does do something, and getting Minor Clay off the team just makes it harder for your teammates to resist in the first place. That said, Officer Primo is another role model and another city character. So I will definitely be using him. Plus his kit is really great. He has his own ability to generate courage throughout the entire fight. He actually generates lots of courage himself. He's a little bit squishy and he's not technically a tank, which makes it hard for you to gain stacks of courage on Firefighter Ash when Primo is taunting. But overall, he's definitely one of the stronger additions to the team. So he's definitely going to be going on here. I'm going to be doing a lot of experimenting with the team to see how it works. The thing about it is, mechanically, the person to get rid of is actually Chef. But the reality of that might be something very different. It might be that I end up replacing Poppy with Primo. It just depends on whether or not that extra role model tag really accounts for something, given that, I mean, Poppy's just so weak that it's always frustrating having her on the team. So there's actually a lot of stuff to consider here. Okay. We do not have any way to remove taunt. So I think we're gonna have to start by targeting the Yeti, because we really don't have any way to get around it. Even if I were to slow down the Yeti to give me extra opportunity to attack the Yuppie, my damage is still so low, I'm not sure it would actually account for anything. Huh. Well, let's give it a shot anyway. Because if we can take the Yuppie down, that's obviously the person that we need to go with first. Now, the trick here is going to be, can I wait an extra turn for some extra stacks of courage on Firefighter Ash so that we can make her stronger? Oh, look at this. There are a couple of debuffs left to throw out. I can heal. Do I get the courage back? I do. Whoo! But even through the defense, still so much damage coming to Winston. Oh, it hurts. Can we take out the Yuppie? Oh, so close. So close. And yet so far. But can we get him now? Alright, that's fine. So my team is about to go down, basically all at the hands of the Highwayman. Very little to do about it. Still working on finding a way to make this team helpful, given the amount of players that I lost. You can see how that fourth ability on the Firestation could be incredibly useful, right? Because every time I lose somebody, I will gain a bonus based on the stacks of courage that that person had. So, there's a lot to look at here. Tio, I'm gonna use your Yuppie now, my man. Coming in, switching the team out for the pirate team that is relatively good. And let's go find your Yuppie. Here you go, Tio, a little bit of guild currency for you. Primo is the very first master event. He was, yeah, and he was supposed to come back already, but we digress. Attack up from Primo. Removing of taunts and stealth will make City quite the team. It very well could, actually. I think that Primo just brings so much... Oh, hold on a second. I want to have you get speed up and crit up and everything else. So there. Yeah, Primo brings so much utility to the team that whether or not Primo ends up on the team, that's a given. Primo's definitely going to be on there. The real question is who to switch out. I think a lot of people are going to lean quite obviously to switching out Poppy. And I get why. But I wonder if the Firestation mechanics actually might make her quite usable. There's also, I'm going to start leveling up my Explorer Aurora because she also has the City tag. So there are actually many different combinations to try out here in order to see which one works the best. I think it's going to be relatively obvious. I mean, it seems like Sal is, so Primo is a given and Firefighter Ash is a given, right? Otherwise, how is your team going to do any damage? Whether or not you actually need whether or not you actually need Sal on the team, if you have Primo on the team, then becomes another bit of a question. Because Primo is not a tank, it means that Firefighter Ash is not going to be gaining stacks of courage when you attack him. So you need Sal on the team to increase the stacks of courage that Firefighter Ash is getting. But at the same time, that only lasts for as long as Firefighter Ash is alive. And if you're fighting against that City team, Firefighter Ash is going to be one of the first people that you target. Still, having the double tank on the team is going to make your survivability go way up. So then you've got Sal, Primo, and Firefighter Ash on your team. Who's in those last two spots? Well, you can throw in Aurora for her res, but she's not a role model. You can throw in Poppy for the role model tag, but her heals are pretty weak. You can throw in Chef because he gets the AoE heal plus the speed up, and we all know in this game, speed is huge. But then that only leaves you with one slot left. Do you throw in Minor Clay for the extra grit? Do you throw in Poppy then for the role model tag and the extra heals? Do you throw in Iggy for the grit up buff that everybody can get? There's a lot to consider here. 49 out of 50 Firestation tiles we've got now. One more to go. Will they give it to us tomorrow? Let's take bets. All right. Throwing in everybody I have that has a tag for Healer Castle and costumed. Aren't they all technically costumed? That's weird. But it's not enough to get us to 600,000, so we'll just throw in a whole bunch of other people and get ourselves up there. Great. Confirm this. And tomorrow, all heroes will gain debuff immunity. All heroes will gain dodge chance up, and all attacker heroes will gain 15% attack for the entire battle. This will be very helpful against the ninjas, but we'll see. Last arena battle of the day before I let everybody go. Royal Gondola Bunny having a Explorer Aurora on the team. Oof, that team is terrible. So we're going to fight this team. Obviously, we've got to take out the Explorer Aurora first. This is going to be, well, depending on whether or not they get any dodges out, should be a relatively straightforward fight. You don't receive guild currency if your allies are used in Brixpedition? Is that right? You get a decent amount from guildies using my Locust and Brix. Yeah, there you go. I thought so. All right, Explorer Aurora coming down first. Smashy, smashy, she's gone. Now we're going to stun Valiant. Brilliant. This will give us an extra turn to come in here and demolish their Redbeard. Oh yeah, do that beautiful AoE and get everybody fighting against you, Argenta. Now, their Valiant is going to come through with... What is he going to do? Is he going to do his heal? Or is he going to do his taunt? I don't know. But we're going to attack Argenta because she is... Oof. a bigger risk to us. Valiant now does do his taunt because Cook Bart got the heal off. We should be able to clear Valiant out. A little bit of overkill using Walk the Plank on him when he's low on health, but I do not believe that the primary attack from Redbeard would have been enough to do it. And now we can simply auto-battle the rest of the battle. Cook Bart throwing up a heal. It's not going to be enough, my friend. You're going down to Funky Town. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the stream today. I am going to continue to hammer away at this Pegleg's Treasure event in between work for the next 47 minutes or so, but that does mean that I'm gonna have to let you guys go. If I do manage to gold star it, I will send out a cheer. Wish me luck, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. I will be back on Saturday at 9 a.m. with another morning build. So for the next 2 days, be safe, be good, and I'll see you later. Bye.